All right, I'm on hole number 5 of the Safari Sunrise. Monday's practice round of the rookie division. Still haven't decided whether I'm practicing or not. I did drop a shot on hole number 3. I picked one up on 1, picked one up on 4, dropped one on hole number 3, ended up in the sand. All right. So I tried this shot. In my mind, there's 4 different ways to come at this hole. Here's one. And I don't really like this. It drops off here in the front and it goes like this where it drops off. So I think the deal is if you're going to take the shot, be back a little bit farther back in here. But not only do I not kind of like this area, but when you come over, bounce number 1 here and bounce number 2 here, the ball guide seems a little wonky. So there's a spot that you have to be in. And you kind of want to be in front of, see this little pocket right here? There's a low spot in it. And when you're coming through this area, your ball guide wants to appear and disappear. And it just seemed like, I don't know. I saw people that were doing it that were trying to dig way down into this, that epic failed. So it looked to me like, and when I tried it, that you wanted to be a little bit further back so that there was a spot back here where your ball guide wasn't as wonky. So that's like option number 1. Option number 2 is to do a rough bump. And with the rough bumps, you got one option number 2 with the rough bump. I tried it with a Saturn, and you can do it with a Saturn if you put on max topspin, if you've got a Saturn that's got the 60 topspin. But you had to get really close to this transition right here. I mean, like really close to it. And so if the wind was blowing like this and you make a bad wind adjustment, you could end up overshooting and end up in there. And so, or if the wind was blowing like this, you could end up undershooting, so you're short of the cup. And the Saturn barely had enough to get there. And you, like I said, you had to ride really close to that. So I switched to a Goliath, and I caught this twice, and both times I didn't hit it perfect into the cup. So I have no freaking idea whether I should be doing an elevation adjustment on it or not. It looks like we should probably be doing an elevation adjustment, probably somewhere in the plus 10. But I haven't been able to hit a perfect here to see like where I'm off, to see if I really need to make a wind adjustment. The other way that you can come at this is you got 2 options. You can bring a bigger ball so that you can get your long iron on this side and then you can go straight at it. Or you can bring a smaller ball so that you can get on this side with your wood and go straight at it. So if you've got a Saturn or a Guardian, you can go straight at it. If you got an upper developed sniper, you may have enough backspin if you were on this side to stop before you get to the cup, but you do have kind of 4 options that you can go at. I'm going to do the rough bump, and I'll say a word that you guys hardly ever hear me say. I'm going to do it with a Goliath. And I'm only bringing the Goliath out just because it has the topspin I need to get to the cup. Its accuracy is the same as my Saturn, and it has the same ball guide as my Saturn. So they're kind of interchangeable clubs. But I'm going to do it with a Goliath just because it's a situational thing. I know that the only shot I'm taking with that Goliath is this shot. So I don't normally like Goliath just because I don't like the red line issue between a Goliath and your wood. Let's see if I have a Goliath in any bag. Let me switch this one up. Bring a Goliath. And I don't know. I could probably do this with a katana. I probably can do it with a Quasar, and that'll put me like right at. Yeah, I might be able to do it with a nav. That'll help cut the wind down just a bit. Just a bit. I better bring a Quasar. If that doesn't work, if that puts me too close to my red line, then I'll use and I may actually be able to do that if I have a Goliath. Just thinking about distance there, I may actually be able to switch to a 0 power ball. But we'll start off with a Quasar and see how that works. We'll see which way the wind's blowing too. So, yeah, I better open up one of those chests just for safety. You don't get club cards if you don't open chests. That was 25 common cards right there. So spending 300 a day in the club card trading. Need to replenish those 300, otherwise you won't be able to take part in the prism chest. Fried golf eggs. The Fried Golf Eggs clan. That wind will work for us. Where's my red line? There's my red line with a 1 Powerball. Let's switch to a 0. And how far am I? See, I can get way down into that hole. So it's 2.7. It's 1.9. That leaves me 8. And that's a little less than a half. So I'm going to do 1 and a little less than a half a ring. Let's see if I can catch perfect. Hitting it perfect. See if we get the right run out to the cup. Ooh, close. Close. And the way the wind was blowing there, if I'd have did a 10% pull, I would have been further off. So you can get way down on your ring sets. Typically for me, the way I figure out whether I need to do an elevation adjustment, especially on a lot of these holes, you know, when you're playing one-on-one and you're going from tour to tour, I don't remember all the elevation stuff. If I can zoom way down in on my rings, then I usually don't do an elevation adjustment. If I go to zoom in on my rings to make a wind adjustment, I can't get close to my rings. That tells me I'm way the hell downhill. So I know I need to do some kind of elevation adjustment. But right there, I mean, I was able to zoom way down in on them. And if I would have pulled out any more wind, I would have been even further off. So I started off on the right-hand edge of the cup. So I'm gonna stick with 0 on that hole. Until I can hit a couple more perfects into it and see what the deal is on it. And that was doing a straight up max adjustment. So I may be in between mid and max, and I may actually have to take off a little bit of wind. This is why it's so important with your clubs. You know, pay attention to the elevation stuff that's out there in the community. Write those numbers down. But it's always good to go out with your clubs and hit a couple perfect shots where you don't do any elevation adjustments and see like what's happening, so that you can make a decision based off of your clubs and work it out for your game. You know, I'm going to practice this hole. Because I'm trying, and I'm not going to be able to even get close over there because I only have one side spin. Three, 5. I am way the hell down in that hole. So that's going to be 7. So that's 4-2. There's 3-8. There's about 4-2. I'm going to do like a 30%, 20% wind adjustment. It was like a 20% wind adjustment. Just to see how much bleed I have towards the cup. So if you bring a ball that's got more side spin, you can get over there closer to it. But I actually think that I'm going to use that rough bump, because I think if I bring the right ball and a Goliath, that I will be able to get myself over there. If I had it would have been a better look even with a 2 side spin ball. If you're super brave, you could try a rough bump right here in the front. If I was going to do the rough bump in the front, and that was an option, I tried that shot a couple times during the practice session just to see what it looked like. And I was hoping that if we really wanted to do that the wind would be blowing on the same plane. so you wouldn't have to involve the sand. But we have some options on this hole. You guys got some bonus content there. That's rare bonus content because I usually don't hit. I'm not interested in hitting hole-in-ones on the shootouts. All right. That was hole number 5 of the Safari Sunrise Tournament and Monday's practice round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.